こんにちは、ジャパニーズアモのミサです。Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to suck up to the boss or senpai at work in Japanese. Or just to work well with your boss or senpai. So if you ask your Japanese friend how to get promoted fast in Japan, they might say, 努力して or 仕事たくさんして or maybe even 残業頑張って they're all true, but if they're super honest, they would say, 出世したいなら上司にごまをすれ。出世したいなら上司にごまをすれ。Did you understand what it means? 出世する is to get promoted or to get ahead in your career. 出世する. So you can say 出世したい or 出世した. Right? I got promoted. 出世したい I want to get ahead in my career. 早く出世したい。出世したいなら in case, if you want to get promoted, ごまをすれ。ごまをすれ。Literally, it means grind sesame seeds. But it means to suck up or to brown nose. する is the verb. It's not to do. する. It's in this kanji, する. The pitch accent is different as well. する to do. する to grind. And ごまをする and then it becomes すれ and it means grind in the imperative form. すれ. Be careful because if you want to say do in the imperative form, you say しろ. Anyway, ごまをする. When you grind sesame seeds in the mortar ball, right, you grind the seeds against the ball, right? So the seeds stick everywhere. And that's the metaphor for somebody sticking to another person to please them or to suck up to them. So you don't care who you are sucking up to. So the world is the sesame grinding mortar ball and you're trying to kiss everyone by getting stuck to them. And you can say 上司にごまをする to mean to suck up to your boss or 取引先にごまをする。取引先 can mean client or suppliers, but 取引先にごまをする to suck up to your clients. So, suck ups or brown nosers, so people who suck up, they can be called ごますり or ごますり上手. 上手 like 日本語が上手ですね. Right? So, ごますり上手 like a skilled brown noser. Or you can say, it sounds more vulgar, but you can also say ごますりやろう. ごますりやろう. やろう could be translated like bastard or asshole. So like ass kisser. I mean, to be honest, the expression brown nose is pretty horrible. It's pretty vulgar. Because if you know why it's called brown nose, it's because you have your nose up in, your boss's. So it gets brown. It's horrible. So in a way, ごますり is such a nice word compared to brown nose or suck up. There is another way to say to suck up or to butter up. You can also say こびる or こびを売る。こびを売る。So, こび means flattery. And please take a look at this kanji. So, it's 女 and 眉. Right? So, female eyebrows. 女の眉。女の眉毛. So, this expression is actually quite sexist. So, there are a couple of theories as to why the combination female and eyebrow means to flatter or to suck up. So the first theory, this kanji could represent the female medium or psychic being seductive and, controlling the battles. Or some people think that it's because when prostitutes wanted to seduce men, they would raise their eyebrows seductively. Women moving their eyebrows means they are being seductive. And from there, the kanji or the word kobi started meaning flattery or being seductive. So kobiru or kobi o uru mean to suck up to people or to flatter, so you get what you want. 人に気に入られたいときに媚びを売ります。媚びを売りたいならお世辞を言ってみてください。Again, just like 上司にごまをする You can also say 上司に媚びを売る。顧客に媚びを売る。例えば、田中さんはいつも社長に媚びを売ってばっかりいる。お、田中さんはいつも社長に媚びってばかりいる。お、田中さんはいつも社長にごまをすってばかりいる。So this means 田中さん always sucks up to the boss, and that's all he or she does. So 媚びを売ってばかりいる. That's like a kind of common expression or complaint you will hear from a Japanese person. That person is just sucking up to the boss. And yeah. So, 媚びを売ってばっかりの人は嫌い。媚びを売ってばっかりの人は嫌い。or ごますり野郎は嫌い。If you want to sound a bit more rude. ごますり野郎は嫌い。I hate suck-ups. Okay, now I'm going to teach you how to actually suck up to people. But it doesn't mean that you can't use these phrases normally. These phrases surely will help you work well with your colleagues or your bosses because they are nice. But it doesn't make you suck up necessarily. It just comes down to how often you use these phrases or how you act, These phrases are innocent, but I'm just saying suck-ups would definitely use these phrases. So why don't you use them to be liked by your bosses without being too much of a brown noser? 1番目、おっしゃる通りです。おっしゃる通りです。You're completely right. I completely agree with you. So this is a great phrase. You'd only end up sounding like a suck-up if you say this phrase all the time, even when your boss is not, right? So, おっしゃる通りです。So, おっしゃる means the same as 言う. But this is the honorific form of the verb 言う. So you'd hear this verb おっしゃる a lot in business. So you'd say おっしゃる when your boss or your senpai, someone older, said something. So when you want to say I say, you'd never say おっしゃる. So you say someone がおっしゃった or おっしゃいました. And 通り means the same way as something or as, or just as, I did, they did. 例えば、先生の言った通り、ラッシュアワーの電車は本当に混んでいた。先生の言った通り、just like my teacher said, ラッシュアワーの電車、train during rush hour, 混んでいた was packed. And おっしゃる通りです is perfectly fine. But if you wanna up your game, you can also say おっしゃる通りでございます。おっしゃる通りでございます。でございます makes it much more polite and formal. Which means that you have to also be careful when to use it. Like sometimes you don't want to sound that formal. Like if you are talking to the CEO of the company that you rarely get to talk to, maybe use おっしゃる通りでございます. Or yeah, if you have a really big client, maybe おっしゃる通りでございます. But yeah, maybe with your senpai, おっしゃる通りです is enough to, you know, know this, but to get them to like you. 2番目, this one is easier. 確かに. 確かに. I actually like this word a lot. 確かに. You can use this when speaking to your friends as well. So, おっしゃる通りです. Yeah, you only use it in business. But 確かに you can use it with your friends or your boss. Like, super great, useful phrase. 確かに can be used like, good point. You have a point. Or, true, you're right. 確かに. So when you talk to your friends, you can just say 確かに. 例えば、今日先生機嫌悪そうだよね。確かに。今日先生機嫌悪そうだよね。Today the teacher seems to be in a bad mood. And you say, yeah, you are right. Yeah, you have a point. このレストラン高すぎない? Isn't this restaurant too expensive? 確かに. Yeah, right. When speaking formally, if you say 確かに, you know, with that kind of voice, 確かに, 確かに, then that works. Or you can also say 確かにそうですね. そうですね means you're right. So, yeah. 確かにそうですね. So, as you might have noticed, agreeing with a Japanese person is the key. 3番目、大変勉強になりました。大変勉強になりました。を非常に勉強になりました。非常に勉強になりました。You guys can actually write 大変勉強になりました in the comments, and that would actually make me really happy. So you can say these phrases to 先生. Not just senpai or joshi. These mean I have learned a lot from you. 大変 or 非常に can be used like very, a lot. And these words are more preferred when speaking formally or at least in business. So if I want to apologize to my friend and I want to say, I'm really sorry, I would say, 本当にごめん。本当にごめん。Right? Whilst when I speak formally, or I want to apologize to a client, I would say, 大変申し訳ございません。大変申し訳ございません。大変 does mean hard, tough, but you can also use it like very, a lot. You can also just say 勉強になりました without 大変 or 非常に. This is definitely a good phrase to remember. 勉強になりました. Any teacher would appreciate this phrase. 4番目. This is probably mainly used to suck up. いつもお手本にさせていただいております。いつもお手本にさせていただいております。So long. お、いつもお手本にさせていただいています。いつもお手本にさせていただいています means you're my role model. 手本 or お手本 means a good example or role model. When you speak casually, you can say いい手本になるね or いい手本になるいいお手本になる You can say this to your friend. いい手本になる or いいお手本になる But if you want to suck up, you can say いつも always お手本So my role model にさせていただいています So it means something like I have the privilege I humbly allow myself to have you as my role model or something crazy 次5番目先輩のおかげです先輩のおかげです So yeah, this is definitely used to suck up to your senpai, but it's just a really nice phrase anyway. So again, you guys can say that to me. Misa sensei no okage desu. So Japanese people really love this word okage if it's addressed to themselves. So something no okage. Now, no okage means thanks to something. So you can say ミサ先生のおかげで日本語能力試験に受かりました。I mean, literally, if you can, say that, I'd be really happy. ミサ先生のおかげで日本語が上手になりました。Yeah, that would really make my day. So I'm waiting for the comments like that. So yeah, this okage is magical. You can say 先輩のおかげです or さんのおかげです。鈴木さんのおかげです。Right? If they give you a compliment or if they say like, yeah, you did great job, you can give credits to them. So instead of, saying, yeah, I worked hard, which probably is the case, you'd say, 先輩のおかげです。先輩のおかげで、頑張れました。先輩のおかげで頑張れました。先輩のおかげでここまで来れました。You probably will get promoted. Alright, so these were top 5 phrases to suck up to your boss or, to work well with your colleagues. One last phrase to remember, お疲れ様です。お疲れ様です。This phrase is a must know. It's not even like sucking up to people. It's just like a courtesy. It's just a polite thing to say. Or just you have to say it. This is usually lost in translation, but you could translate it like, thank you for your hard work, or thank you for your efforts, or good work. So when you finish a project, or when you finish working for the day, or even when like you have a nomikai drinking party with your colleagues, they would say お疲れ様です。It comes from the verb 疲れる, to be tired, right? It's like you must be tired, you deserve rest. One thing to be careful is that your boss might say ご苦労様, ご苦労様, or maybe even ご苦労様です. But do not use that to your boss or your senpai. ご苦労様です can only be used by your boss. Okay, so if you're a boss and you want to say, hey, good work, you can say ご苦労様. But if you're working for somebody, if you're working under somebody, you gotta say お疲れ様です or お疲れ様でした. Be careful because even Japanese people make this mistake, and a lot of bosses complain about this. Like, あいつ俺にご苦労様って言った？給料減らしてやろう。So that's it for today, but don't leave just yet, because you have the chance to win the free tickets to Japan thanks to Bokksu. So this video was sponsored by Bokksu, a snack box subscription service that delivers Japanese snacks. And Bokksu will pick 5 lucky people to win the sets of tickets to Japan. You just need to be subscribed to Bokksu before December 31st. And you also have to be a US citizen. I'll put the link in the description box, so check it out. Also, you can use my code JapaneseAmo10 to get 10% off. So Bokksu would be a great gift. This time, it's a gift for myself. And remember the word for sesame? 黒ごま black sesame. ごまをするためにごまをすった。This is definitely what I was looking forward to. 楽しみにしてました。Again, can't pronounce the French words.
Gâteau soufflé.
Gâteau soufflé. Okay, so 柚子のスフレ。柚子は私の大好きな果物です。超いい匂い。はい、じゃあみんなもボックス試してみてください。Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do. And if you do get promoted, thanks to this video, or after you watch this video, please consider supporting me on Patreon. I'm kidding. You don't have to, but I would really appreciate it. I am so grateful to all my patrons. I know I haven't really uploaded many videos recently, but I promise you I will upload definitely more and I will make more posts. So I would really appreciate it if you could check out my Patreon page. And thank you so much for watching till the end. I really appreciate it. Alright, じゃあまたね。バイバイ。